You ever hear about a place so haunted that even locals avoid it after dark? I never believed in ghosts, but last month I stayed in the Crescent Hotel, and now I regret it more than I can ever explain. It was a foggy evening when I first arrived. The Crescent Hotel towers over the town like a silent sentinel, its windows glowing faintly in the mist. The air smelled damp, like wet stone and something else, something rotten. The receptionist barely looked at me, just handed me a key and muttered, "Room 229. Don't wander at night." I laughed it off, but something about the way he said it. I should have listened. Room 229 was at the end of a long, dim corridor. The walls were lined with faded portraits, faces staring as if they knew me even though I'd never been there before. I shrugged it off and unpacked my bag. The first night, I didn't sleep well. I kept hearing whispers, faint, almost inaudible, coming from the corner of the room. When I turned on the lights, nothing. By the second night, the whispers got louder. I thought I was imagining things until I saw it. A shadow moved on its own, stretching across the ceiling, twisting in impossible ways. I froze. It whispered my name, not in the hallway or from the window, but from inside my own room. I had a mirror across from the bed. At first, it reflected the room normally, but then it didn't. I saw something standing behind me, tall, thin. Its face was wrong. It had eyes, but they weren't eyes, just hollow black holes staring right through me. I spun around. Nothing. I looked back at the mirror, still there. I left the room and ran into the corridor. Footsteps echoed behind me, though no one was there. Door after door slammed shut, as if the hotel itself was alive, pushing me back. I tried to call the front desk. No signal. My phone had died all by itself. Then I saw the portrait at the end of the hall. It was the same shadow from my room, painted decades ago, staring, waiting. Curiosity drove me to explore further. I found a door marked basement, staff only. It creaked open to reveal a staircase descending into darkness. The air was thick, choking, and I could smell something metallic, like blood. At the bottom, a room full of old hospital beds, restraints, and human bones. And then I heard it, laughter. High-pitched, maniacal, all around me. It wasn't just echoing, it was inside my head, whispering secrets I didn't want to hear. I ran back upstairs, and the corridor had changed. Doors that weren't there before led to rooms that weren't on the map. In one room, shadows danced on the walls, whispering my name. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't scream. A hand touched my shoulder cold. Deadly cold. I spun around. No one. But the handprints on my skin burned like fire, leaving marks that I still feel even now. I didn't sleep that night. I stayed awake, staring at the ceiling, listening to whispers that now sounded like voices in pain. At 3:17 a.m., the room grew ice cold. The shadow from the mirror appeared again, filling the room. It didn't move, but somehow, I could feel it crawling inside me, and it spoke, "Stay with us." I wanted to leave. I tried. But the door wouldn't open. The air thickened, like it was pressing against me, suffocating, trapping me inside the nightmare. I could hear faint footsteps pacing the hallway outside, slow and deliberate, but when I ran to check, the hall was empty. Yet the footsteps returned closer, circling, mocking me. The next morning, I was found on the front steps. I had no memory of leaving the room, of descending the stairs, of anything past the shadows whispering. I ran. I never looked back. The Crescent Hotel still stands there, silent, watching. I've never stayed anywhere since, and I never will again. If you ever hear of the Crescent Hotel, don't go. No amount of bravery or disbelief will save you from what waits inside. Some doors, once opened, can never be closed. If you want to hear more terrifying true stories, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, so you'll never miss a chilling tale. And if this story gave you goosebumps, like the video and share it with someone brave enough to listen. Remember, some stories aren't just to scare you, they're warnings.